Hi, Mark. Thanks for taking some time. Just want to ask how you're feeling personally. I know you resumed skating a while back after your injury back in August, but I guess until maybe you get out here and kind of replicate as close as you can to the real thing, I wonder how you're feeling after 2 days at camp, and can you maybe just give us a little insight into the progression, I guess, from your injury?
Yeah, I feel great. I've been skating a lot, so it's not like, getting on the ice and skating with all the guys is anything new. I've been on the ice a lot since the injury, and pretty much just took a little bit of time off, and did a lot of treatment on it, a lot of rehab on it, and was better than ever. A few weeks after, so there's no issues there.
Alrighty, we'll go next to Ted Wyman from the Winnipeg Sun. Go ahead, Ted.
Hey, Mark, just wondering what you make of this short camp and the short season that's coming up. Do you see that as being something that, is it going to be more a sprint or a grind? How do you think it's going to work with this whole situation?
Every team's dealing with it, so it's nothing different to our team. It's going to be a matter of coming out of the gate quick. You don't get the preseason games to get some reps in. You got to rely on inter squad games or scrimmages or battle drills during practice. But once it gets to the season, every team's in the same boat, and it's going to be whoever prepares the best is going to come out the hottest. And there's still 56 games, so it's not like it's only 20 games or a small little tournament. There's still a lot of games to be played, and you got to be on the ball from day one.
Next to Ken Wiebe from Sportsnet. Go ahead, Ken.
Thanks, Gregor. Thank you, Mark. As someone always pushing to get better, what does the next step in your development look like, and what did you focus on during the off season?
A lot of everything. The learning is never stops. You always got to push yourself. So this summer I evaluated my game and the areas that I needed to work on, and worked on them all. Whether that's faceoffs, whether that's D zone coverage, whether it's shooting, passing, all that stuff. It's all something that you need to work on throughout this long time off. So I had plenty of time to work at it. So I'm ready to get back into game action and apply all the stuff I've done all summer.
Go next to Sarah Orlesky from TSN. Go ahead, Sarah.
Mark, I just wanted to look ahead to the gold medal game tonight. Has there been much talk about it in the dressing room? And I'm not sure if Andrew's living with you this season, but what's it going to be like for the two of you, if you are potentially with Canada versus the U.S.?
Well, Andrew actually, he spread his wings and he moved out. So, he's a big boy now. I've taught him everything I have to teach him. So, it'll be a good game. Honestly, it's been so fun to watch. I'm excited I've been hoping for a Canada-US game right from the start. So, it's been fun to watch. It's been fun to watch, a Jets draft pick, in the gold medal game. So it'll be an exciting game, and I know there's going to be a lot of guys watching, a lot of wagers, and let's hope that Canada comes through.
We'll go next to Mitch Clinton from the Winnipeg Jets. Go ahead, Mitch.
Hey, Mark, just on top of that, talking about the tournament and everything, Cole Perfetti said you were one of the guys that reached out to him pretty quick after he was selected. How well do you know Cole, and have you talked to him at all during the tournament?
I don't really know him that well. I've never met him. But anything I've heard from anyone is amazing things. Great kid, hard worker, loves the game. Instantly when I hear that that goes high up in my book. So, I reached out to him before the tournament, just said good luck. Reached out to him after the round robin, and just said, good luck in the medal round. So, I'm sure his phone is blowing up, but all Canada's watching. So, they definitely have a lot of people rooting him on. And that's including me. So, let's hope that, the next time that, when we get to, when I get to meet Cole, that he's a gold medal winner.
Go next to back to Kelly Moore from CJOB. Go ahead, Kelly.
Hey, Mark, just curious, you're talking about, rivalries with Canada, US in the gold medal game tonight. Is it a good thing that you've got that first game against Calgary and probably your first shift against Matthew Tkachuk right off the hop, or is that anything you've even thought of?
It'll be fun. I look forward to, playing against good players, whether it's McDavid or, Austin Matthews or, Brendan Gallagher, whoever it is, that first game is going to be fun, and, it makes it all that better that you're playing against Calgary and, the team we played against in the outdoor game, played in the playoffs, and didn't play our best. So it'll be fun to face off against some good opponents. And, obviously, Matt's one of the premier players in this league, and it'll be good to face off against him, come game one. I know he's a competitor, so he'll be thinking the exact same thing.
We'll go next to Sean Reynolds from Sportsnet. Go ahead, Sean.
Hey, Mark, how you been?
Doing great.
Mark, you had mentioned, you didn't feel the team put its best foot forward, which it couldn't do without you and Patrick in the playoffs. I'm just wondering, coming from a couple of years ago when you guys had your best season, where do you think this team needs to improve? What are the major areas you think you need to improve and to get back there?
I think it's all over the ice. I think it's, it comes from the goal line, straight down to their goal line. It's not something that just can be fixed with with a quick system change or whatever. It's got to come from everyone, and every guy's got to buy in to what it takes for the Winnipeg Jets to win, and that's what it comes down to. And it comes from Blake Wheeler all the way down to the guys that are sitting in the stands. We all have to be bought in. We all have to know what our role is, what our hold each other accountable for those aspects of the game, and that's what it comes down to. It comes down to the will of being sound defensively, being in the right spot in the neutral zone, winning faceoffs, winning 50-50 pucks, and then going to the offensive zone. Good defense leads to good offense, and being able to create some good possessions in the O zone. And we got some pretty talented players on our front end, and we gotta take advantage of that. But it's all over the ice. It's not just one specific thing. We gotta do everything all over the ice to be the best team that we can be, and that comes with a good mindset and be holding each other accountable.
And we'll go next to Murat Tatesh from The Athletic. Go ahead, Murat.
Hi, Mark. Thanks for doing this. Just wanted to follow up on that exact concept of you mentioned good defense leads to good offense, and I'm just wondering from a player's perspective, how long does that link last? Like, one back check can turn into a rush, but does that last for more than one shift? Is it momentum shift over shift? What's that real relationship like from your perspective?
Well, it's not one specific thing. It's doing it over and over and over and over, and eventually, that hard work is going to get rewarded. You take the World Juniors, for example. The amount of times that the Canadians have had a good back check, lifted a stick, goes down, Dylan Cousins gets a breakaway, scores. It goes that quick, but it's not a matter of every single time you back check, you're going to get a breakaway. Doesn't mean every single time you back check, you're going to get a odd man rush. It means if you do that consistently over and over and over, and you do the right things over and over and over, you are going to get rewarded. And, you do that enough, you're going to get those chances. You're going to get those odd man breaks. You're going to get offensive zone possessions. And, it comes back to, everyone having that will to do that. And, that starts with me, and it goes all the way down the lineup. And that's what our mindset has to be, from day one.
We'll go to Mike McIntyre again. Go ahead, Mike.
Thanks again. Mark, when you were asked about your offseason, one other thing that you did in the offseason was participate in the NHLPA committee. I know with Andrew in these talks that were obviously ongoing with the NHL to get us to the point that we are today. Can you just describe what that experience was like and what it meant to be, I guess, included in that aspect of the business side of the game?
Well, that's the thing. I said this even before the bubble, when I was on that committee as well, that's when I really learned what, all the stuff that goes into making a season go. And, especially in these uncertain times, you need to bounce a lot of ideas off a lot of different guys, and, every guy has their own opinion. And, that's the cool part about it, is that, you get a bunch of different perspectives, and then you come to one that's going to work the best to make, it best for the players, best for the league, and be able to, be where we are today. And, I can't thank, everyone involved enough to get us to this point. And, from the nurses to the people doing tests to the people that are in these back rooms working tirelessly, doing PowerPoints, whatever they're doing. You can't thank those people enough for all the work that they've done and don't get the full credit for. The amount of people that are probably working behind the scenes that I've never met, or even Gary Bettman's even met, that are working tirelessly to get things done. Those are the people that we owe all this credit to, and can't thank them enough.
And we'll end off with Ken Weeb from Sportsnet. Go ahead, Ken.
You mentioned Paul Stastny earlier, Mark. What does it mean to you to have him back in the fold here this year?
Oh, it means a lot. He's a guy that, we said on the bench today, we speak the same language. We're always kind of on the same wavelength. It's awesome to have a friend like that. A guy that, you can bounce ideas off of. You can talk about hockey, you can talk about whatever. And, to have a guy like that in the room means a lot to me, for sure. A guy that loves hockey, a guy that loves to, work on his game and work on his body and do all that. Stas is, a specimen in that sense, and, very, very intelligent hockey mind. And, to have a guy like that in the room and, sitting close to in the room, it helps a lot, for sure.
Well, thanks very much, Mark. And Neil Pionk or Adam Lowry will be up right away.